experienced steadily increasing growth of over 7% per year on average since 2005. Despite the high growth recorded, inequality has been increasing in the country and poverty remains prevalent in many areas. Inequality, measured by the Gini coefficient, increased from 41.9% in 2005-2006 to 43.0% in 2016-2017. Although the country has experienced significant reduction in extreme poverty, thus people unable to meet their basic food needs, from 16.5% in 2005-2006 to 8.2% in 2016-2017. In absolute terms, more Ghanaians are living in extreme poverty. That is, the number of people living in extreme poverty reduced from 3.6 million in 2005-2006 to 2.2 million in 2013 and then increased to 2.4 million in 2017. This increases in inequality and the number of people in extreme poverty over the period implies that the benefit of growth have not been evenly distributed and some groups have been left out. In an attempt to address poverty and inequality, the government has implemented several social protection programs to provide sustainable support and social safety net for persons living in extreme poverty and related vulnerability and exclusion. The Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty (LEAP) is one of such social protection programs. LEAP is a cash transfer program introduced in 2008 with a broad objective to reduce poverty through increasing consumption, promoting access to services and opportunities for the extremely poor households, in order to enable them move out of extreme poverty. Addressing inequality through Poor Budget Advocacy (AIPBA) is a 2-year project with funding support from the Ford Foundation, which aims at reducing poverty and inequality in 6 poor districts in Ghana by influencing budgetary allocations and disbursement to pro-poor interventions through the Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty program implementation by 2018. These districts include Ashiedu Kateke, Ga West, Adan East in the Greater Accra region, and Wa East, Wa West, and Sisala West in the Upper West region. The project seeks to generate evidence to improved program delivery, suggest alternative means for financing pro-poor intervention and subsequent increase in beneficiary amount, and improve targeting for the most vulnerable.
You are warmly welcome to the Upper West region, a region with a very high incidence of poverty and inequality.
My partnership with Send Ghana dates back to some 5, 6, 7 years ago. I think subsequently I also had very good partnership with Send Ghana in the area of social protection, with particular reference to the LEAP program. The AIPBA project has come to Sisala West, and then with particular reference to the LEAP program, we have done a lot of sensitization in the communities. We visited Sobele, we visited Lipilime, we visited Jaruya, just to sensitize the people on the pros and cons of the LEAP program. I think this will not be the first time I'll commend Send Ghana for helping my office to go to some of the hinterlands and carry out sensitization. We went to some communities, and some LEAP beneficiaries has come out to tell us the good things that they've achieved through the LEAP program. And then some have also come out with a desire to see to the fact that if the LEAP program will also, or the quantum will also be increased in that direction. I've also had an opportunity of getting certain logistical support and moving to communities to undertake sensitization programs, meet on one-on-one with officers from the from the organization, and for that matter, it has exposed us certain things that we thought we couldn't have done in terms of going to communities to meet beneficiaries, going to beneficiary household to see what is happening, how they are using the money, whether they are using it wisely or whether they are using it for any other consideration. And that has given us the exposure, which we thought we wouldn't have been able to do if the partnership with the Send Ghana had not come about. So I think that as an officer of the Department of Social Welfare, this exposure has been giving me, the leverage has been giving me, the sort of logistics that I needed to go to the communities and do my work has been made available to me. And for that matter, I think that based on that and the fact that we have been able to get to the communities and do whatever we are supposed to do as officers, I think that has also helped to bring the LEAP program to where it is now in the Upper West region. AIPBA project has really helped us to do, at least, if not achieve what we want, but at least some level of achievement has come our way.
My name is Alhassan Alima from Tokali, Wa West. We have been sensitized about the LEAP program, and now we know about things that we previously didn't know. We have been educated about the program to know that not everyone is qualified for the cash transfer, but rather the weak and vulnerable people in the community. Also, through the sensitization, we got to know that LEAP beneficiaries were entitled to free national health registration, and that's another benefit we enjoy as beneficiaries. Again, we were sensitized on the use of the money we receive. We were told to cultivate the habit of saving when we receive the cash for emergencies or future use. As at now, not all weak and vulnerable people are enrolled onto the program in the community, and so if they can consider them too, it will be good. The sensitization has also offered us a better platform of understanding issues now. Unlike before, when we will always run to the assemblyman in the community for explanation on some issues, we are able to handle all issues in our meetings, and all arguments we used to have with each other have stopped. Although we were getting some sensitization on the program, the officers from Send Ghana in social welfare actually deepened our understanding on the program through their sensitization programs. The assemblyman told us the program is based on household, and the money must be used to feed the household that has been registered. We didn't know much about the national health insurance, but now we don't have any problem with regards to knowledge on the program, and we have never since sent our problem to anybody. The program is beneficial to us because at first, how to get money to register our children's health insurance was always a challenge. But now, beneficiaries register for free. Though the money is not enough, it can be used to solve some of our problems that we were finding it difficult to handle. So, if the other vulnerable people in the community are enrolled onto the program, it will be good for us. Increment of the fund is good, but if they use that fund to expand, it will also help.
I have been a beneficiary of LEAP for 5 years. Life was unbearable for me before getting onto the LEAP program. I could not even boast of 10 pesos. Things began to change for the better after I got onto the program. I managed to provide for my mother and children, and also started a business, all from the grant I received from the LEAP program. The house we used to live in was so bad that it nearly collapsed on us. Through the business I am doing now, which I started with my grants from LEAP, I have been able to put up a structure, roofed it, and now live in with my family. I started this bean cake business a while ago, but the business collapsed. After my enrollment onto the program, I managed to start all over again with part of my money. As I started my business again, I joined a local women's group, which I kept my contributions with them for a while, and later took it to put up my new home. I used part of the profits from my business to buy food stuff for the house and save part with the women's group. After I got onto the program, I was more enlightened. After some officers had come to educate us, after the education, I was taught how to manage my grants. I can say with business in place, my family and I are living much better. If I don't get the support again from the program, I will continue to run this business to support my family.
The AIPBA project has deepened our understanding of social protection in the country, especially the LEAP, the health insurance, and the social protection issues. It has also improved and enhanced our relationship with major stakeholders such as the social welfare, the district assembly, the police. 3, it has also given us the opportunity to organize stakeholder meeting to engage with them. And 4, it has also afforded we the DCMC members the opportunity to take part in national discussions. So I will say the AIPBA project has been a successful one.
A DCMC focal person for Wa West District. The AIPBA project has created a platform for us to interact and relate with the social welfare and the district assembly. Unlike first, anytime we go to the district assembly, we don't get that opportunity to ask about certain things, but through this project, it has built our capacity and it has created a smooth relationship between we, the DCMC members, and the social welfare officer and the district assembly staff. Our capacity as DCMC was also built on budget analysis, and we were able to have the understanding of how to do a basic budget analysis. And then through that, we've been able to make inputs into the district assembly budgets. Also, we, as DCMC members, we have organized a dialogue with the district assembly. And then the district assembly, through that dialogue, the district assembly made some commitments to make the implementation of the project smooth in the district. Some of these commitments include a security post that they want to put up within the district, because as one of the challenges was the security, which the LEAP beneficiary raised, and then which they committed in making sure that they are going to tighten the security issue within the district. Not only did we make inputs to the district assembly medium-term development plan, but also we also make inputs into the national budget through a citizen inputs into the national budget being organized by Sengana through the project, the AIPBA project.
I have been a beneficiary of LEAP for over 4 years. My grant after registration came in bulk, so I used part of the money to buy a goat, which I have managed to multiply the number to 12 as I speak. Formerly, I was very active and got ill, but after the surgery, the doctor advised me not to engage in any difficult work. So I thought it wise to start a livestock farm, and that's what I have been depending on now. Getting onto LEAP program has really changed my life. Although I had some challenges with the goat when I started with some dying, I used my grant to purchase some ducks to start rearing, and now I have a number of them. I have about 16 ducks now. I invest my grants into buying feed for the livestock. If nothing at all, I can prepare a meal with one anytime. When I look at what I have achieved, I am always happy. It is my prayer that the government will continue with the program and also increase the grants for us.
Sen Ghana have started educating my people in my electoral area with their contribution that they have contributed to the people in the district and in the region and Ghana as a whole. So I'm wishing Sen Ghana to still continue and do the good job. But we are also pleading and appealing that governments should support Sen Ghana to carry on their activities to educate the vulnerable in the various areas, and especially in Wawe district because we are the poorest in the region.
We have also monitored in terms of the payment system, how the LEAP payments are done, challenges that beneficiaries go through to access their money, and we've been able to bring this to the attention of the Department of Social Welfare and then also the Gender Ministry at the national level, who have actually committed to address this situation by creating a lot more enrollment and payment centers. One of the things this project also seeks to do, which indeed we have actually carried out, is the fact that we've been able to organize 2 multi-stakeholder conferences that is actually looking at the issue of social protection financing. The fact that it's inadequate and the fact that as a country we have to prioritize in terms of committing more resources to address issues of social protection financing, because if we compare how much Ghana is spending, it's way below our contemporaries in terms of other lower middle income countries. Again, if you take LEAP specifically, if you look at the amount of money that we give to a single household beneficiary, it's 1 cedi a day. Now this is way too low if you compare it to the Ghana Living Standard Survey round 7, which actually prescribes that for extreme poverty, an individual should be able to spend 2.69 Ghana cedis a day, which will enable him to meet his nutritional requirement. So clearly the case about inadequate budgetary spending, particularly for social protection programming, we have been able to make the case very, 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 very strongly. What this program has done is to provide opportunity for the Department of Social Welfare to increase sensitization, 1 to community members, 2 to the beneficiaries, 1 in terms of what they have to use the grants for, and then 2 for the community people to understand the objectives of the program and what it seeks to achieve. Now this is very important. We believe strongly that this will help to address issues of inclusion and exclusion errors, because once community people are informed about the project, about LEAP specifically, during enrollment, community people may be able to come out and say that, look, this person is qualified, this person is not qualified, because they actually know the qualification criteria.